Today's Evening First Alert Weather Show is brought to you by Bresky Siding.
Yeah, good Friday evening, Mid-Michigan. Chief Meteorologist Chris Easlick with your nightly live stream coming to you from the First Alert weather office here. And of course, Bresky, we thank them for sponsoring the stream every single night. It does look like northwesterly winds are still pretty strong around the area this afternoon. And it looks like they're continuing right into this evening. Looks like about 20 to 30 miles per hour sustained, really just depending on where you are. And of course, that is not favorable for conditions, especially in open field areas where we've got blowing and drifting and some of the icy roads that we're already developing. And of course, we've got the chance for some of that ice that's underneath and some of the cold, rapidly dropping temperatures tonight with the fact that it is so windy and this front is so strong. And so any travels that you're doing this evening, make sure that you're taking it easy out there. And if you don't really have to leave, it's probably a night where you can just stay home. Port Hope seeing a wind gust of about 54 miles per hour or so. So it's really whipping there out at the tip of the thumb. But our traffic map, it doesn't really show too many slowdowns, but our weather system has changed traffic vendors recently. And so I wouldn't be shocked if there are more slowdowns than what's showing here, just based on some of the reports that I've gotten tonight. It is showing a few, but I think with some of these open field areas, we're probably seeing more blowing and drifting and slower traffic than what this is depicting. So I was hoping to see if there were any accidents popping up. I know we have some around the area, but each county is different in how they report those. And so those might not be showing up as well. But the big key tonight is just the fact that our radar is dry. We are not seeing any snow showers really causing too much of an issue. It's the fact that we've got that snow blowing over the roads. We've got our rapidly falling temperatures around the region tonight. And of course, we've got potentially low pockets of visibility depending on how much that's blowing around. And once you start getting temperatures in the teens like this, it really does not take much to get that snow back on the roads. Anything that was treated earlier today, if it didn't dry out fast enough, may have the chance to get that icy coating once again. So please, wherever you're headed for tonight or early tomorrow, just make sure that you have a little extra time built into your plans tomorrow just to cover that. Let's just check visibility really quick to take a look at where we're going here in the near term. Seems like most observation sites reporting a perfect 10, but I think in between some of those sites, we could be seeing some occasional drops with that blowing snow. Obviously, the big story, of course, is the cold weather advisory that is in place for tonight. That cold weather advisory goes until about noon tomorrow. Our counties to the north, the top row there only goes until 9 a.m., but everybody else is until noon. So that is going to be something that we deal with through the first part of your day tomorrow. Wind chills, cold is about 15 to 20 below zero. I think occasionally there's a chance that some of us could dip below even about 20 to 25 degrees below zero. So it is going to be a cold night. I think everybody knows that by now, but still those cold weather advisories kind of signal to the point where you might need a little bit more attention to that for those who are a little bit more vulnerable. Somebody who doesn't have a great HVAC system, somebody who is having some tough times right now. Make sure you're taking care of them. The actual temperatures tonight themselves between about 0 and 3 degrees over most of mid-Michigan, averages around 16. And so we are well under that mark again. We really haven't seen a lot of nights with above average temperatures, and we really haven't seen a lot of days with above average temperatures as we've gone through the last several weeks as well. Really not much improvement as we go through tomorrow temperature-wise. I think we're looking at about middle to upper teens on Saturday afternoon with an average high of around 30. But we do at least climb closer to that as we go through next week. It seems like we eventually get some of those 30s back in the mix, likely as we head towards, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday. Some small chances for a wintry mix in there on Tuesday, some isolated snow showers on Wednesday. So hopefully we can get a bit of a break from some of the wet weather too. And just have a week to kind of catch our breath a little bit. Seems like we get one thing after another lately, whether it's cold and dry conditions or whether it's the fact that we're really active with a lot of the snow chances that we've had recently. So that's kind of how your week shapes up. I'll go over the hour-by-hour wind chill here just so you can get a sense of what your day looks like tomorrow. as we head into the weekend. You've got temperatures dropping to around 0 to 10 below into Saturday afternoon. So we're getting into that territory where the advisory can go away. And then as we head towards Saturday evening, likely coming up above 0 in some spots at the peak, but then dropping right back down into Saturday night and into Sunday morning, where I think we're about 0 to 15 below once again. So I don't think Sunday has a cold weather advisory, but still below 0. And I think we start Monday morning below 0. But it's not the coldest wind chills we've seen once we get past Saturday morning. I think once we get past that point, we are in a much better position the rest of the weekend. And of course, I don't think it will be as much of a factor going into next week. Beyond next week, looks like we've got a chance for some temps that are low to mid 30s by next weekend and even into the following week after that. So there is some hope on the horizon for those of you who are hoping for at least some slightly warmer temperatures. So I'll open up the comments for a little bit tonight. I'm playing catch up tonight when it comes to getting into the office a little bit later this afternoon. Appreciate Stone Schaefer filling in earlier this evening for me. Let's see. Any road reports from anyone? I know specifically in Saginaw County, there's some trouble spots. M13. I know a few going along M52, some along Gratiot near Hemlock. Seems like we've had some accidents out that way. So if anybody has any reports that they want to share as far as road conditions go tonight, I'm going to pull up the MI Drive map and just see what we've got going on. As far as incidents, see if anything's popping up here. We've got one, it looks like near Business 127 out near Mount Pleasant. Or excuse me, no, that is towards Alma. So that's kind of along the stretch I was talking about. Let me pull up our web browser here. You can see the plows out, and this is just MDOT. This isn't your locals, but you've got MDOT out there doing some treatment. Man, you can even see just by that image there, you can almost see a shine on the roads. They're around Frankenmuth, just north. Tough to see on some of the camera angles at this time of night, but they are out there for now. Megan says M55 West Branch to Tawas is horrible. Lots of cars in the ditch. So yeah, I think blowing and drifting a real problem tonight. You could see it this afternoon. I made a post on my Facebook page right around, I think, 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon indicating, I was seeing some drifting as I picked my kids up from school. Even just in a parking lot, it's a kind of an open field area, but even then it was just blowing and drifting all around, and that's just one small area. So compared to some of these open field areas, I can only imagine it's a little bit worse than that. And wind gusts are still, like I said, those are between, good grief, 50 miles per hour in the thumb and about 25 to 35 elsewhere, it seems. And it's that northwesterly wind. So any road that goes east and west, that wind is just cutting straight across. And so those roads are going to be the most vulnerable to that. Take a look at our traffic cameras around the area. Flint's not too bad. But that's downtown. Let me see if I can get a look at our US 10 camera, if there's anything slower there. Come back over here. Give me 1 second, pulling up that US 10 camera. And should pop up here in a moment. There it is. Definitely seems like the cars are moving a little slower than normal. Denise says M81, very slippery. And I'm sure, Ethan, it's pretty slick up there in Traverse City as well. We did get that winter weather advisory late last night for the freezing drizzle. That came in at about 9:45 or so. So it looks like we either didn't recover today or some of that refreeze happened with the temperature drop tonight. Current temperatures out there about the teens. So yeah, that's kind of where things stand this evening. I'll open it up just a little bit more for the chat before I get ready for our 10 o'clock newscast tonight. So really that's the bottom line as we head into the weekend. Just be careful on the roads late tonight and early tomorrow. But the weekend overall really doesn't look too bad once we get past the cold. We actually have some sunshine on the way tomorrow, lighter winds on Sunday. So we will get a break from the wind on Sunday, but it is going to be a little bit cloudier Sunday compared to Saturday. In the meantime, if anyone wants to chime in, feel free here in the next minute or so. Hope you have a great weekend. Kind of a busy end to the week with that drizzle last night and some of the snow that came in earlier this morning. Did have a fair share of school closings today. A little bit more than I was expecting, but that drizzle also persisted a little bit longer than I was expecting last night. A little bit more widespread as well. And you saw that come through with that winter weather advisory late last night. All right, chat's pretty quiet. Friday night, of course, that's pretty typical of that. Hope everyone has a great weekend. We will be here early next week. We'll talk the warmer temperatures next week. We'll recap some of the conditions of the weekends, and hopefully we're in better shape as far as some of the morning commutes next week as well. Until next time, we appreciate all of you for watching, and we will see you sometime next week.